the mics are set up, and you're here, and we're gonna start this thing, man. This is gonna be fun.
How about it?
So why don't we start out by saying just hello, everyone, and welcome to the District Gooner Pod. I'm KP, joined by my good friend and co-host,
Steven.
Welcome. And we are starting out this pod. It's a part of if you want to keep up with us on our newsletter as well. It's District Gooner. Just look it up, and I hope you subscribe. We'll be spending some time, just, we recognize that we chat about the games all the time, and we're a couple of supporters of the Arsenal from Washington, D.C., so we thought, why not just record some of these and then have some fun with them and get to know some of our audience.
Absolutely. We do this every day when we're chatting. It's like our hobby, so why not? Give it to the people. All right, man. Well, I thought maybe we could just start out. Obviously, today is Saturday. Oh, sorry. Today is Sunday, August 6, 2023, and it's the Community Shield match versus Manchester City and Arsenal are playing, and this is the first sort of competitive game that the squad is having. So I just wanted to kind of get your thoughts on what you want to get out of this game by spending some time to watch. It's 90 minutes of our lives that we're spending here. Yes.
So what do you want to get out of it, and also, like, what do we think about the starting lineup? Maybe we can start there.
Yeah. What I want to get out of today. So, last preseason game, basically. It's like a competitive match, though. But I'm still saying this is preseason. So, already took a look at the lineup. A few tweaks in there. So, exciting. I think today, find out who's going to be the 9. Lil Gabby's out. So, it looks like we have a new 9 in. Havertz. Left 8, Rice. Love the move. Keep Partey at the 6. I think that's a good move. And Timber at left back, I think he's shown the last 2 preseason games. He's got that on lock. So, Timber at the left back, Rice at left 8, Havertz at the 9. Left side's new. I'm assuming Havertz is going to drag out to the left. So, I think it's exciting. I think it'll be a good game for Arsenal. I think one that we can actually compete and win versus City, because it's been a long time since we won versus City, and it would be nice. It would be nice to get a dub versus them, even though it's just a Community Shield.
That's true. It is just a Community Shield, but it's a trophy, so and it could be the first one. We had a very strong start last summer before the season, so hopefully this can also serve as another catalyst for the team to get going. I'm also really excited. I mean, to your point, there's 3 new players that none of us have seen in an Arsenal shirt, so that's exciting. And the lineup, for me, I think it's kind of what I expected, to be honest with you. But I'm really, except for Havertz, obviously.
Definitely thought Trossard, right? That was my Trossard's been killing it this summer. Like, he's my candidate. But maybe last preseason game,
Yeah, I mean, why not?
One more look. One more look.
We have to test these things out, and it'll be exciting to see Havertz. I know people are giving him a lot of shtick for, like, not being able to play that number 9 role. But, like, we'll see if the touch is there or not, right? We'll find out.
Before we even see it, let's just say the 9 for Arsenal is different than the 9 for Chelsea, right? When he's playing for Chelsea, I think he's running through the line. For us, let's think of last season. The 9 comes back. It's like a false 9. I think it'll be a lot better for him. I think he could look a lot better in that type of system. I still think he should play left 8, but I think a 9 in our system is better than a 9 in their system. So there's that.
That's true. That'll be a good test. I also want to see the tandem of Partey and Rice. I think that's pretty exciting to see, especially with these talks about a potential transfer for Partey, maybe to Saudi Arabia. But if he stays, this is probably our strongest center mid tandem that we've ever fielded in terms of physicality.
Absolutely, got two dogs in the midfield that can actually own some space. Yeah, this is a big change. Big change at the club. You just have Xhaka there before, Xhaka and Partey, but Xhaka's a little liable, not as movable. Now we got 2 dogs in the midfield taking up some space. That could be big.
Yeah, and on the other side too, there's some new faces. I was looking at the Man City lineup. And I saw that Kovacic is going to be playing against Rodri, so that will also be kind of interesting to just watch as kind of more of a competitor. And yeah, man. So that's exciting, and yeah, I mean, I think we'll see. I would like to see at least this team play the first 45. I don't want to see any subs in the first 45.
Yeah, I think he sticks with it for most of the games. To be honest, I really think he's treating this like he's getting a look for the first game. Like I think 60, 70 minutes this team plays. That's what I think.
Cool. All right. Well, that was a good bet, and that's just that was our very, very first take. We're gonna figure out the cadence. Maybe we'll do some like pre-match. We'll do some during the match, some after the match. I mean, we'll just see what the flow is like. But this is definitely going to be a very, very exciting little side project for us.
Yeah, excited. Let's get this win.
We've just finished watching the Arsenal play against Manchester City for the Community Shield, and so we're gonna just jump into it.
Let's get it.
The game itself, it ended 1-1, the full-time score, and then on penalties, Arsenal became the Community Shield winners. But why don't we get into the game itself and just talk about sort of what happened on the pitch?
Yeah. I think starting off, it took a while for Arsenal to get comfortable. I know we were kind of trying to see new patterns and things like that. Obviously, the three pressing, so Rice was up there, a little bit different, right? You can tell he's a little bit more mobile than who we had last year, playing at left 8, Xhaka. So we had Rice, Odegaard, Havertz kind of putting on the press. Havertz, he looked up to it. I think Havertz really did look up to it. But those first 20 minutes, man, I just don't think we were very comfortable. Didn't look bad, but didn't look comfortable. And Man City was kind of going through their motions like they do. Slow build up, but they were working us for a while. But that first 20, I think it took a while for us to kind of get into the game.
Yeah, I agree with that. The first 20 was difficult. I also think that we saw that Thomas Partey got a yellow card in the 7th minute.
Tough.
So that was already that was after a cheap giveaway, but it was only his first foul, I want to say, and he got the yellow right off the bat. But in the first 20, Rodri had 2 fouls himself. One where he brought up Partey, I think, and one when he brought down Havertz. So, but no cards, and coincidentally under 20 minutes, Mikel Arteta also is given a yellow by the referee in the 17th
My
minute.
manager. Let him flourish, man. Let him talk that mess over there. I love it. I love that from him.
Yeah, and I mean the commentators they're talking about how there's a new guidelines and the FA and the people are trying to watch the managers a little bit closely on the touchline. So we'll see as the season plays out. There seems to be a lot of new things that they're trying out with officials. We'll get to this, but of course at the end of the match, this game, the full time ended in the 111th minute, so it wasn't sort of your typical 90-minute match. That's something that we'll get to at the sort of back end.
World Cup vibes to it, yeah.
I want to just see my notes here. What else happened in the first half?
First half, so first 20. There was 2 chances, I would say, and they were both City chances. Had a cross from the left-hand side. Ben White actually headed it to the back post, so it was kind of a decent chance City had, kind of getting in behind us a little bit. And the second chance was the Rodri one that he put wide, off a deflection, so they got a corner off of it. That was really the 2 chances. Arsenal in the first 20 didn't really have anything going offensively. But those from City, 2 chances, not great. The Rodri one was decent, and we've seen him score against us a couple times now. He loves scoring against the Arsenal.
He does.
That was kind of the 2 chances in that first 20 that I had.
In the first half is when Arsenal had 2 other chances, right, with Kai Havertz. There was one where Ben got on the outside, Benjamin White got on the outside of Akanji and crossed it in, and Havertz had he brought it down with his right, it looked like, and had to turn and got the shot off with his left. It was a good save by the goalkeeper, I thought.
I would classify it as that. I think he did well to get the shot off. The ball was kind of underneath him a bit. but he did get the shot off, and it was a good save, foot save. Rebound came to Martinelli, who then took another shot that was blocked by whoever was defending. It was a great chance. It was a really good chance there.
Yeah, for sure. And another thing that I saw, I think in the first half, there was again Arsenal had another chance towards the end where Saka got played through and crossed it in, and then again Havertz was in front of goal, and this time it was on his right, and the shot got saved by the goalkeeper. This time by with his arm, it looked like. So two really good chances for Arsenal.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the second one was kind of tough. Say it's behind him a little bit on his weak foot. Obviously, you hope he does better there, but I don't put too much weight on that. I think it was a good chance, good save. I'm not putting anything on that. All the commentators saying, nah, I don't put too much on that for him.
Yeah. So that's the first half. It ended 0-0. I did want to just ask, based on what you saw, there was a few new players and the fluidity of the game. Would you have wanted to make any changes to the second half at the start of it?
No. So we're talking kind of splitting the half into two halves. First 20, second, so the next 25, whatever, 30 minutes, whatever it ended up being. We played well that second portion of the second half. I think we outplayed them. I think we were winning that half. So no, I keep it all the same. Havertz was playing well. Hold-up play was good from him. He's active. I don't think there was really much to change in the first half. I think we're probably looking for more from Martinelli. We're probably looking for a little bit more, obviously, from Havertz from the two chances. Midfield looked good. Back line looked good. I think heading in the second half, the way he was treating the game too, Mikel, I think if they're treating it like a serious game, I was thinking that 75th minute, that's when the changes were going to happen. As we know, he likes to sub late, and I think maybe this season, hopefully we can, with the new depth now, earlier subs would be great. So that's kind of what I expected for the second half.
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of how it went. I think Arsenal made the first sub mid 70th. So, but to your point of expecting subs in the 60th minute, that's when City made some changes, and that's where Palmer came on for Holland, and KDB came on for Kovacic, and immediately, kind of after that, it looked like the game was still in Arsenal's control. Timber blocked a couple of shots. To be fair to him, I think it was a very good showing for him today.
Absolutely.
But then, quickly after Arsenal subbed on Trossard in the second half, in the 76th minute, suddenly Partey got turned pretty
easily
by Phil Foden, and then Foden just played it across, and then I felt like there was a moment where maybe Kieran Tierney could have done better, but this was also, of course, the moment that led to Man City's goal. And Palmer gets the ball, cuts it to his left, and he does bend it. It was a good bend, beautifully to the corner, and Ramsdale couldn't really stretch enough to get there. I don't put any blame on the goalkeeper there. That looked like that was one that was just always going in. But what did you think about the City goal?
It all's kind of starts from Partey. So he gets turned way too easy. One thing to mention, the yellow card. Does he go in there? Does he take him out? Does he clean him out there? Get the foul, get a yellow, we can get back. Because once he turned, we saw how much space was in front of Foden. So Partey being the 6, he's all the way up at the 18. You don't get the tackle there, you don't get the man, we are exposed. And as soon as he turned, a team like City, they're going to punish you. Played the ball up. Like you're saying, Tierney tried to get his head on the ball, trailing runner. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
That hit, nice shot. Take nothing away from Palmer. That was a great hit, great goal. There's nothing anything you could do about it. But it all starts from Partey. As we've seen, when Arsenal go down a goal, when they give up goals, it always seems to come from those transitions. It's always a transition point. There's sometimes, of course, mistakes at the back, but the goals that seem to always hurt us the most are the transition goals. So,
yeah.
And that's what we saw.
Yeah. No, that's all fair. All right. And then from there on, I think Arsenal made a couple of other changes. Eddie came on for Rice, and Havertz moved to the 8th position, something we've been seeing on the preseason. Ramsdale made a couple of big saves, actually, in towards the, between 80th to the 90th minute. Yes. There was a couple of corners, I think, a header.
Yeah, right. So he made that one big save, and then on the subsequent corner, another big save. So shout out to him.
Yeah, and then we made some more subs right before. This was closer to the end of the game, to your point of Mikel's sort of late game changes. But, he brought on Smith Rowe, and he brought on Vieira for Gabriel and Havertz. And then, from there, I think the substitutes in general, I felt like they performed pretty well once they started to settle in. Yeah. This was in the 88th minute, and the 90th we got plus 8 minutes. So we actually got to see the subs play a good amount. So I do want to hear what your reaction is to the subs and some of the game time that they got today.
Yeah, I think of those subs, so of the second portion, so Fabio and Smith Rowe, I think Fabio was actually decent today, man, and I'm actually happy for him. So it seems like he's now kind of sewed up the right-hand side, I would assume. So I know last season he was a sub for the left 8. Didn't look great, right?
Yeah.
Didn't play a ton of minutes, but he didn't look great. Now in preseason he's played at the right 8, and now he's playing also at the right wing.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Like, he seems more comfortable on the ball. He seemed a little vocal as well. I liked it. Smith Rowe didn't. I just didn't see much, I guess.
Yeah.
Nothing against him. I just didn't see much of him coming on. But the other two subs, bro, Trossard, he's that dude. Trossard is that dude, okay?
Yeah.
So we saw him. Kind of, we're getting to it. The goal.
Let's get into that. Just go take us there.
Yeah, so the goal. So coming off a corner, headed out, comes to Saka, pass it over to Trossard, gives a little shake, right? Alvarez sends him, puts it on his left foot, 2-footed player, bang, hits it off a Kanji goal.
Yeah, this was the game kind of drifted on between the 80th towards the end, but then once we got the plus 8, there's a big stoppage again in extra time as well, where Partey and Kyle Walker went for a header, and so there was a head injury, and that's one of the reasons that the game was just going on for longer. And in the 100th minute, basically, is when Trossard, Arsenal get a corner, and then Trossard gets the rebound off the corner and ricochets in. So it was good, but it wasn't actually anything that I felt like. It was good that we scored because we outplayed them, I felt like, today, and Arsenal were really up for it. So I felt like we deserved to at least have scored today. But it wasn't something that I really celebrated. Like, let's go. It was like, oh, wow, let's go. Like, we're gonna win this incredible trophy. So
no.
It wasn't something that I was like, oh, like let's go even to extra time. Like I think you heard me say.
No pens. Just end it. I don't want pens. Just end the game.
But no, so it was good, and so this was the first trophy, and it's good. It starts the season off strong. If you have just stumbled on to this channel and you're listening to this podcast for the first time, it's no surprise it's the first episode, so none of us really can know what to expect, but let me just tell you a little bit more about us. We're two Arsenal supporters out of Washington, D.C., and we've been following the Gunners for a very long time, so we talk about the games before them, we talk about the games after them, and so this summer, we've just decided to actually record it and have some fun with it, get our thoughts out there, and build this community of District Gooners who want to listen along and also tell us some of your thoughts in the comments, and we'll try to post some questions and just get some engagement from our audience as well. Let's go into the next segment now and talk about take things a little bit off the pitch. And I know that we saw the squad play today. Is there anyone else that you wanted to see today that you didn't get a chance to watch?
I don't think so. No. So 3 new signings. Wanted to see them. I think we got a good showing of all 3. Smith Rowe, of course, need to see him. And I guess Fabio would be kind of that extra guy. No, I don't have anybody, to be honest. Jorginho on the bench, know what he is, satisfied with him. I think that's really our only other key player that we're missing. You got anybody?
No, so I think I agree with that. I know there's a lot of chatters, and I'm just wondering who is going to be moving off of the squad at this point. To your point, everyone who I watched today is someone who I want to be around the team. Like, I didn't even think about actually Balogun at any point. I know he's injured, but at the same time, it's like, it's not someone who I would have thought like, I would actually like to see him today. Like, not with the level of the game. I just felt like I'm sorry, like no disrespect in any way. It's just
that one's written. I think it's written. He hasn't featured at all preseason. I know he's been injured, but not featured. Only rumors are that he's leaving. So I think that one's written.
Yeah. So off the pitch, who else do you want to see moved on before the transfer window closes for Arsenal?
Of course, you got to say Rob Holding, I think, to start. Been a soldier for us, but it is time, right? It's time. I think we've been doing the back 5 with him to end games. Great, loved him there, but I think we moved past that at this point. Our back line has surpassed him. We even have Soldier Jorginho to close games. I think the holding role is no longer needed, so I think he can go on. I think he's the biggest one, of course. Now we're talking about the goalkeeper thing. Matty Turner.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Is Matt someone that you would like to see go, regardless of if we get another signing or not?
If we get another signing, yeah, of course, I think. And as a U.S. men's national team fan, I'd like to see him play, of course. I think he's a good goalkeeper when we watch him for the national team. I think he's a decent number 2 for us. But if we can pick up another keeper in Raya, who I'm excited about if he would come, I think Matt Turner. See you later. Go play somewhere else. Go get minutes.
Yeah. So let's talk about an in then, since we've talked about a few outs. This Raya links that have been going on, and it looks like there might be another bid coming from Arsenal soon, and it seems like if there is the sale of Matt Turner, we are going to go all in for Raya. And I'm just curious, what's your reaction to this effort? And is Raya someone you want to see absolutely come in?
Didn't absolutely want him to come in until I found out about it, to be honest with you. So everyone, the chatter. So Ramsdale just got the new deal right before the end of the season. There's been goalkeepers that have been picked up. So in the market, there's been a few goalkeepers that have been bought. I think the assumption was Raya would be gone. So now that he's there, so the goalkeeper coach for Arsenal, him and Raya have a great relationship, all that, yada yada. He's available. So they're like, why not go for the move? Ramsdale, good keeper. But as we've seen, I think we want better than a good keeper. I think our team might be ruthless. I think we want the best keeper.
Yeah.
Right? So Ramsdale's
we want the best keeper. That's a good way of putting it. We want the best.
So I think they see Raya as another level. So whether it's competition, whether they're just buying him to take his place, that's obviously we'll see if we even get him. First of all, but yeah, him coming in, very excited about that. When he plays with the ball on his feet, he looks like a player. He doesn't look like a goalkeeper. He looks like he plays. So I think that's exciting. I think he's shown he can stop shots. I know he's got that side of his game we've seen, time wasting and all that, the theatrics, the black arts. I think he has that too. so yeah, I think that'd be a good move. Going from good to great. I think that's a good mentality to have for us at this point.
Yeah. I wonder. I wonder how Ramsdale will deal with it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I would like to think he has a good mentality, right? So play for relegation teams. I think he has that in him to try to keep his place. I know he's a big character also in the locker room. Shown that he finished the game in PKs, players running over to him, giving him that pat on the back, like, way to he saved the penalty. Bless.
Yeah, he did. He did save a penalty today during the shootout. That was nice.
Giving him some ups. I think he's a big team player as far as that aspect. So I'd like to think he'd fight for a spot, though. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's a fighter. I mean, I think it's kind of hard to know exactly who. It's just going to be so interesting to see how he's going to rotate those two and how he's going to manage that. And we know maybe man management is something that perhaps he's struggled with a little bit in the past. This young manager himself. So I mean, we'll see. It's hard, but that'll be a really, really exciting test. So is there anything else that we want to cover off the pitch before we start to look ahead and talk about the Premier League season opener?
I don't think so. I think this was a huge transfer window. Let's just go over that. Huge transfer window. We got some big players that we needed to come in. The depth has been added. Even going back to the January transfer window, man, we've had some good windows here, and this one is exciting. And I think moving forward with who we've added the past 6 months, this season is going to be fun. Okay, so Champions League, League Cups, season, Premier League. I think this is going to be a fun season. Some of our younger players, Smith Rowe's back. Now he's not a tramp, but he's back. He missed all last season pretty much. He's back. Fabio Vieira, can he make the next step? I don't want to give him too much credit yet. Just a couple preseason games, and he's just been decent. But if he can make the next step, it's exciting. Absolutely.
It is exciting. So no, it is really exciting. And so let's look ahead to our season opener against Nottingham Forest, right? Is that who we play?
Yes, at home.
At home, okay. So that'll be fun. And I know that obviously today we saw this lineup. If the injury situation is just the same, assuming, right? Yes. Availability is whoever was available for this game. Uh-huh. Is this your starting lineup for the game against Nottingham Forest, home opener?
It is not. I still go with Trossard up top. I think he showed it today. He's shown it every game this preseason. I think he deserves to be on the field. He's a spark plug, man. I would put him in starting at the 9 instead of Havertz. I would play Rice left 8. I think he gives us a little stability there. Still getting used to it, used to the squad. But Havertz coming on as a sub, that's naughty. It's naughty. So that's what I would do. Other than that, no, that's my squad. Just Trossard up top. The rest of the squad remains the same.
Really? Okay. I think I would keep the squad also the same as it started today. The only difference, so the backline would be same. Ramsdale in goal. Backline the same. I think Thomas Partey had a tough game. And it's hard because Martinelli also had a tough game.
He did. That was one of the notes that I had. Martinelli, he did not have a great game today. And we talked about this before. This is one of our things between us that we've consistently talked about when we play City. Kyle Walker eats Nelly up. He just can't. I don't know if it's just pace for pace. Nelly's style of play, he just never plays well against City when Kyle Walker is there. So he just got ate up today. Didn't really show anything, to be honest. Didn't really have any he always has those flashes that you see. Didn't really have any big moments. But I think I want to say that might be a Kyle Walker exception. I hope, but.
Yeah, it might be a Kyle Walker exception. I think to be fair also to Martinelli today, there was 3 new players that who all affect his side a little bit more.
That's a good point.
Right? And Odegaard was a little quiet today as well, but I just think Martinelli himself, behind him was Timber, not necessarily totally used to each other's movements yet. Rice was on this side, not necessarily used to each other. Also, Rice didn't really get up as Xhaka gets up in that position. In the 8 role, I think I only saw Rice make a rice. Make a rice. I think I only saw him make a run once behind.
Running forward?
Yeah.
Okay. Because defensively, he was up. More pressing, but yeah, I guess offensively.
He was playing a high line defensively, but he didn't make that run that usually Nelly is kind of used to.
Moments when he got the ball either in the 18. Nah. He
yeah, and Havertz wasn't really going over there to combine with them in the same way that maybe a Gabriel Jesus does. So I think I'll keep Nelly. Now that I've talked about it, I've talked myself out of not starting him because I feel like, well, he should still get that chance and do his thing. So actually, okay, keep him. I agree with you. Trossard goes in, but for me, Havertz drops to the number 8 left side, and Rice plays instead of Partey. I don't think you need Partey and Rice in a Premier League game that's not of the same caliber as a sort of
that's fair.
top
Absolutely
6 play.
Fair.
I think one of them will be sufficient. Against City, we needed the extra sort of and that's why I think maybe the game was 0-0 at half. That was the first time where I feel like it's been a 0-0 game at half against them.
Against City?
In a while.
I'm not sure, but it did feel differently. It just had a different feel to it, man. And maybe let's the one caveat: who wasn't playing for a majority of the game?
Kevin.
That man, Kevin, was not playing.
Yeah.
Who also eats us up when he plays. He didn't play, so Holland went off early.
He didn't do much.
Holland and Kevin never got to combine. Who last season was just them combined. Remember they were playing long balls over the top.
That game, it was the two of them.
Just killed us. Absolutely, they're disgusting. So that's the one caveat from today is we didn't see Kevin and Holland playing together. But
Yeah. No, it is what it is. Okay, so, but that's the only thing. So for me, same back line as today, Ramsdale, but Rice goes into the 6, and Trossard goes up top, and Havertz drops to the number 8 position.
No, I think that's fair. What you're saying, I think, is what all the new signings allows us to do. I think there are games that we're going to have. We put a more offensive 8 in. I can see us when we're playing these big City again. I could see Rice and Partey playing together to reduce the transitions. I think that's what is so great about now, man. We have these options where last season we had an 11. That's who we rode, and that's why the tracks fell off, right? The wheels. That's why we sputtered across the finish line. Barely made it because the wheels fell off a little bit with injuries. But now we have options, playing different teams, playing maybe a lower level team. Yeah, let's just attack and go 5-2 game because we can, right? But first game of the season, I still have the Brentford one in my head. So.
Yeah.
So I would like to see Rice and Partey there just to keep it calm. But it is at home. It's not an away game, so I could see what you're saying. I could see that. I could see us just going for glory. Go for glory. Put Havertz in there. Put Rice in the 6.
Yeah, so that's actually the only interesting thing about that game is will Matt Turner be playing for Forest?
Yeah.
I don't know. That would be kind of fun. I would feel terrible if I hope that it's after this game. I hope that there's been some negotiations. It's like, okay, we'll play you, and then you can have this player because it's so hard for your very first game to be against your the team that just sold you.
Yeah.
And I would feel bad for however the scoreline goes.
Play to another level.
Yeah.
Play to another level.
But let's talk about sort of maybe predictions for that game. What do you expect and what do you want the scoreline to be for our home opener against Nottingham Forest?
I hope we smash them. I think we should smash them. Last season we started like on fire, firecracker, bang, big wins out the gate. This one's at home. I say we smack them. That's what I think. That's what I think we should do. after today too, I think we're that team. We could be that team. So let's go out there. I'm talking, like I just said, either like a 5-2, absolutely just bang them with goals, just crush them like that, or like a 3-0 win. That's kind of what I'm.
Dude, I'm gonna write this down. Okay. Your prediction is 5-2, or
a 3-0.
3-0.
I honestly think we smashed them. I think the Emirates is going to be lit up.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's going to be lit up. I think we crushed them. That's just what I think.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not usually as confident as
yeah, you're so confident, dude.
And like going into a game like this, I'm usually I'm very wary. But I have a good feeling about this one. I think we're feeling ourselves watching this game. Maybe just because we watched this and I'm projecting, but I think this performance today was great, right? I think we have a good season. Started off with a bang. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
How about you? What are you thinking? Let's hear it. Let's write it down.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 4-0.
4-0. Oh my days.
I'm gonna say 4-0, dude. I'm gonna say 4-0. I feel pretty good about it. I think 4-0 is totally possible, and yeah, especially if we played a lineup that I'm recommending to the manager. But we'll see. I guess we'll find out. So 4-0. I think that's totally possible. All right. Well, I think that's everything we wanted to talk about. Did you have fun?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Time of my life. Can't wait till opening week.
Yeah, opening week. Haven't decided yet when we're going to put this out. Haven't even decided what the sort of the next one will come out. But we're going to do our best this season to watch along and have these podcasts going out. There will be a video version on YouTube, and we'll have the audio versions as well on all the platforms. So please make sure that if you enjoyed it, and also, well, first let me just say that if it's not to your standards, we're learning. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I am not a sound engineer.
We don't want to hear it, all right? We don't want to hear it.
The production might not be to your standards at this time, but hey, leave a review, please share it, and leave a comment, like it, do all the bells and whistles and the things to help us with all that.